We are the William & Mary Bikers, and this summer we'll be biking across the country to complete the MBA Road Project and raise support and funding for child savers in Richmond, Virginia. I got into cycling about a year ago. After that, I was literally in the middle of a internship interview. I was thinking to myself, what do I really want to do this summer besides crunch numbers, sit in a cubicle, and fetch coffee for my boss? And I was thinking, it'd be great to cycle across the country to raise money for a cause and challenge myself, challenge my mind, challenge my body.
When Adam approached me about it, it just seemed like a perfect fit. Biking across the country and then really making it as big as we can. Putting up a website, partnering with nonprofits, raising funds, and kind of figuring out the financial, the logistical, and the everything that goes along with it. And we felt like we could use the tools that we learned in our first year to really kind of leverage that to make this sort of a big event and a legitimate thing that we're doing this summer, and at the same time have this incredible experience.
We're going to document our trip through our website, which is wmbikers.com. Basically on that, we're going to have a blog, which you can follow the trip through there, both through our writings, and we're also going to carry a GPS unit with us. Basically, we can press a little button and it shows up on Google Maps both the progress we've made and where we currently are located, which is a pretty handy tool. We'll also be on Facebook under William & Mary Bikers as well, and on Twitter. We're going to ask questions to interview people while we're on the road, ask them general questions, what they think about the economy, what they think business school or MBAs should be doing with their career, how we should improve the economy, quite broad-based questions like that. And that's a big part of our MBA Road Project. So we'll be videotaping interviews as we go along as well.
We're looking to get different perspectives, whether that's from, a high-level executive or from a blue-collar, worker who's self-employed or something along those lines. But I think that's one of the things that I'm excited about is we're going to be going through a lot of this country and be meeting a lot of people. And so hopefully we'll be able to get a pretty good sample size of responses.
I also think rolling up on a bike actually may give us some advantages, because we're not rolling up in a suit and asking people, hey, what do you think about this? We're rolling up kind of debunking the typical business persona. It kind of brings it to the streets, and when we ask people these macroeconomic questions, these big questions, I think it may help us that we're rolling up on
more
bikes.
Relatable.
Yeah, face to face, and it may really open people up, or at least that's our hope.
I think it's really just kind of letting people know, letting MBA students and business students in general know that the typical route or the standard route is not necessarily the only one, that you can take these tools and apply them to such things as nonprofit or social awareness and really make this incredible positive impact in your community or wherever you are. And for that matter, even if you have decided to go the traditional route, that you still have the ability to impact society in a positive way by using the tools that you've learned in an MBA program. And so I think that a lot of the support we've seen has definitely stemmed from that. And I think a lot of what we ended up deciding on doing with this whole thing has kind of been centered around that whole idea.
We've been training for a little over a week now, and we're going to continue that through the rest of May, and then beginning on June the 6th, we'll begin our trip, our actual trip. We'll fly out to Portland on the 3rd, get a ride up to Astoria, Oregon, and begin our trip back to Yorktown, Virginia, where we anticipate getting back here by August 6th. That's our goal.
Which is contingent on a lot of things.